Thank you very much for having me here today. It's an honor to be here on behalf of BAE Systems and to be amongst so many who are doing so much for these vital projects to save the monarch and other species. Hey, clicker works. I'm here to talk a little bit about why BAE Systems got involved in the project, how we've done it, and the results we've had thus far. We've been doing it about 2 years. We've just started our journey. We know this is going to be an enduring project for the foreseeable future. As you've heard through many speakers, it's a constant project. It never ends, the caretaking of the land. So why did I get involved? Well, my personal reason is right behind me. That's easy. But what about BAE Systems as a whole? BAE Systems, for those of you who don't know, we are a defense and aerospace contractor. So defense and aerospace and butterflies? It does make sense. Our motto is we protect those who protect us. It applies not only to the nation's military, but also we're investing in ways to protect the ecosystem. The ecosystem plays a vital part in our way of life, as we've heard time and time again. We design, develop, and produce innovative technologies that protect people that protect us. As responsible corporate citizens, it's also our responsibility to protect that environment that needs to provide food, water, and clean air for generations to come. So how did we become involved? First and foremost, we were asked. We didn't know about this project until Aaron Franz from Texan by Nature came to us and started talking to us about it. And we got pretty excited. We didn't even let her finish giving her spiel on the Monarch Wrangler project, and she said, "Would you build a monarch garden?" We said, "Yes." What is that? But we were excited. We wanted to get on board. She told us about the organization's plan to expand habitat along the migration path. She told us about the decline of the species, and we wanted to get involved and help. We have a 140-acre campus within Austin city limits, and 60 to 70 acres of that are completely undeveloped. Since we began our journey, we've reached out to other people along the way as well. The American Honeybee Protection Society, they have come onto our campus and put in some beehives to add pollinators. They've also educated us on some of the urban developments, the rooftop gardens that provide honeybees habitat within the city of Austin. Dell Technologies we've spoken with, and they're undergoing their own journey now. Enterprise Pipeline. So now you've got a defense contractor and a pipeline company, saving butterflies. They've agreed to reseed with natives the areas within their easements that were disturbed. So this is our campus plan. The areas that are highlighted are the areas we first decided were going to be revitalized. So how did we decide what was going to be done? Well, fortunately, Aaron Franz from Texan by Nature was able to connect us with Texas Parks and Wildlife. Their help has been critical. If we didn't have Kelly Simon from Texas Parks and Wildlife, we'd still be working on our first little area and probably doing it incorrectly. She laid out a plan that told us not only what plants to plant, when to plant them, how to plant them, but she told us how to control our invasives. So we've been getting rid of invasive grasses, we've been getting rid of everything from invasive trees to wild hogs on our campus. We have about 10 acres that are completed at this time. We've got plans to complete 12 and have those completed within the first 4 to 5 years of our journey, and then we'll spread to the rest of the campus. Some of the presentations earlier today let us know about some of the issues we have of the overgrown undergrowth and methods to control those. So I've actually had several conversations with people while I'm here that is going to expand our plan for the future. So this has been fantastic. To get employees involved, much as some of the cities have done, we put out some educational gardens. So we put out placards and educated people on, hey, these are the new plants that you're going to see coming up on the campus. It's not just that my mower broke. We're actually planting these and doing this on purpose. We've registered with the National Wildlife Federation and became a certified habitat. We got an exemption from the city of Austin for you must keep your grass shorter than 12 inches. It's been a great journey, learning the whole way. We've revitalized our sustainability committee, so we have more employee engagement. They've provided free labor to go out and plant and control invasives. Not plant invasives, but plant the natives. So I'd like to share with you some of our results. This was our first site, right next to a pond. We were mowing it all the time. So it was a nice manicured area, and here was the beginning of the process. I didn't have a nice picture from when we were mowing it, but what was a perfectly manicured lawn where nothing except for fire ants lived now is a great pollinator habitat. And just yesterday, before Laura Bush came out and planted the sign, mother deer and fawn ran across the road right in the middle of the day. It was great. Right along 183, we demolished one of our old buildings because we no longer needed it. So we had 90,000 square feet of space that was mowed, irrigated, weed control, aerated every year. Well, we're doing this just because that's what you do, right? You plant lawn. So now it's a field of wildflowers, and we'll be putting up another sign letting people know what we're doing there. In our back 40, we have test ranges. So this test range was pretty short. We manicured it all the time. We were mowing it probably every other month. But we were killing all of the native plants by mowing them. So we stopped, we reseeded, we got rid of most of the invasives. It's still an ongoing process with some of the canes and a few of the ligustrum, some of the ones that continually pop back up. But we've stopped. We've stopped mowing. We've stopped weeding. We've stopped irrigating. And it's saved us in labor that we can now dedicate to doing more areas for more conservation. So the results and surprises we've had. Not only is our campus better looking now, but we've got a lot more wildlife. As I said, we had the deer. We've got bobcat. We've had 2 red-tailed hawks there for a long time. Now we've got 2 more. We're seeing a lot more birds. We're seeing a lot more other animals come back almost immediately. It's amazing how fast nature fills back in that void. We discovered hidden talents in our workforce. We have machinists that are beekeepers on the outside. Who would have thought? We have shipping and receiving staff that own a small ranch. They're ranchers. And they've all volunteered to get involved in this process. And all because Texan by Nature asked us to get involved. You wouldn't think that a defense contractor would be a great target for helping you with conservation, but they are. You just have to reach out to them and let them know what needs to be done, more than willing to get on board. I'm happy to share that we hold leadership walks throughout our campus, and the employees can ask the leaders anything they want on this walk. The number one asked about item isn't raises, isn't what project's coming next, it's the conservation projects. I myself am a mechanical engineer and a naval officer. 3 years ago, I didn't know a ligustrum from Johnson grass. So I was not the ideal candidate to lead this, but through Texas Parks and Wildlife, biologist help, Texan by Nature help, now I can tell you the difference between side oats grama and sand drop seed. It's been a fantastic journey. Look forward to continuing it, and very excited about all the work I've heard about here. If you have any questions about our project, Amy's not telling me to ask questions, then please submit them via the app, and I'll do my best to get them answered. Thank you very much.